In this lecture, let me show you some of the tools you can use to really spy on your competitors and also to build relationships with journalists. So first one is Twitter lists, and it's actually not a tool, it's one of the features of Twitter. A Twitter list is a curated group of users, and you can create Twitter lists for your competitors. Why? Because you can watch and learn from them and see what's working for them and what's not working for them. Another example is you can create a Twitter list of your favorite industry blogs. This can be one of your content curation strategy. You can find all of the recent and relevant industry articles in one place. And then my favorite one is number 3. You can create Twitter lists of industry journalists, and you can use this to build relationships with these journalists. Let me show you how you can set up and use these Twitter lists. So once you log into your Twitter account, and this is the Twitter account for 5.0, if you click on the top and then lists, so right now, as you can see, I have one list set up. It's called TFW journalists, and there are 2 members inside that list. If you click on that, so here is all of the curated content from the members of this list. I can retweet their content, or I can reply. And if I do this consistently, I'm gonna build a relationship with these news journalists. And let's say if I wanted to add more people to this list, I can search for their Twitter handle, and let's say if this is one of the Twitter handles that I'm interested in. And once I'm looking at their Twitter profile, I'll click here and then click on add or remove from lists, and then just select the list that I have created. And like I mentioned, you can create a separate list for your competitors or your industry blog articles or blogs that you really like and see all of their content in one place. And let me show you something really cool. Remember we set up Hootsuite for our 5.0? I can actually create another stream in my Hootsuite from my Twitter lists. So let me show you that. So let's say if I want to create a stream for the journalists that I have created a list of in my 5.0's Twitter account, I can click on add stream, and then here lists, and then I will select my account 5.0 and select that list, add stream, and there you go. Now I don't have to log into Twitter to build a relationship with these journalists. I can just do that from Hootsuite. So to summarize, Hootsuite is a tool that you can use to publish your content, to view everything that's happening on your social media profile in one tab, and also you can use this tool to build relationships with the news journalists. Here are some other tools that you can use to find industry journalists or news outlets. There's a tool called Just Reach Out. Another one is Hero, Help a Reporter Out, and then Follower Wonk. And you can actually set up Google alerts to find articles that are being published by your industry news outlets. And then there's another tool called Press Farm that you can use to find relevant industry journalists. And let me show you some of these tools. So this is a tool called Just Reach Out, justreachout.io. And let's say if I'm interested in people who are writing about crowdfunding, so I can type that and then do search. So here are some articles that are recently published by these news journalists. And let's say if I'm interested in this article, I can read that article. I can, if I like, I can use the Hootsuite Hootlet and publish it on my social media channels. I can also, in some cases, look at the Twitter handle of that news journalist. And if I want to build a relationship with them, I can add their Twitter handle in my Twitter list that I just created. The other tool that you can use is a tool called Hero, and it's helpareporter.com. Once you create an account, you will get daily emails from different news outlets, and these emails will look something like this. And then these are actually some requests from different journalists on different topics. And if you find something relevant, send them that information, and that creates an opportunity for you to get some free PR. And then the third one is a tool called Follower Wonk. I really like this tool. So once you log in, and you can log in using your Twitter, you can search bios. And let's say if I'm looking for food journalists, I can do a quick search, and then there you go. Here are some of the popular food journalists recommended by Follower Wonk. And then what I can do is, if I want to build relationships with them, I can add these people to my Twitter list on Hootsuite and then consistently engage with them. And here is the process that I recommend when it comes down to building relationships with journalists. So in step number 1, you find journalists who write about your topic or industry. In step number 2, you find their Twitter handles. And then in step number 3, you add them to a Twitter list. And then we will use this Twitter list to build relationships with these people. And we will cover more on that in the next section. Now it's time for your homework. I want you guys to pause this course and set up your Hootsuite. Add the social channels or networks that you have identified for your business. And then find at least 5 news journalists using some of the tools we discussed and create a Twitter list for them. In addition to that, you can also create a Twitter list for some of your competitors.